Hello everybody, and welcome to my very first deck list. Today I'm going to be showing off one of my favorites, the Cloudians. They are a very interesting archetype based around water fairy monsters that cannot be destroyed by battle, uh, who work with fog counters. The one downfall of the deck is that most of their monsters have the effect where if they're switched to defense mode, they're immediately sent to the graveyard, which is not great. But with all that said, I'll go ahead and get started with the video. First up is 3 copies of Cloudian Nimbus Man. He shares the effect of cannot be destroyed by battle. If it's in face-up defense position, destroy it. And his special effect is that you can tribute any number of water monsters for his tribute summon, and then he gains 1 fog counter for each monster used for the tribute summon. His second effect is that he gains 500 for every fog counter on the field. So Nimbus Man is the boss monster in my build of the deck. It kind of aims to get him on the field as quickly as possible and then just kind of punch. So he's definitely important to keep up. Next, I do play 3 copies of Cloudian Turbulence. When he's normal summoned, you can place any number of fog counters equal to the number of Cloudians on the field, and then you can remove 1 fog counter to special summon a Cloudian Smoke Ball from your deck or either player's grave. Which, of course, we do play 3 copies of Cloudian Smoke Ball because you gotta have the baby in the deck. He's really important if you want to go into link plays, or if you're just trying to get a big number of monsters so you can tribute summon your Nimbus Man. Next up, we play 3 copies of Cloudian Storm Dragon. Storm Dragon's effect is that it cannot be normal summoned or set, but it can be special summoned by banishing a Cloudian from your grave. And once returned, Storm Dragon places 1 counter on a monster. So it's great for kind of getting that extra push during a game, whether it's attack points or just trying to get off an extra effect for your Cloudian monsters. Then we play 2 copies of Cloudian Ghost Fog. Ghost Fog cannot be special summoned. It is the only fiend in the entire deck, and all battle damage that either player takes from a battle involving Ghost Fog is taken down to 0. However, when Ghost Fog is destroyed by battle, you can place counters on monsters in the field equal to the level of the monster that destroyed Ghost Fog in battle. So he's great if you're just trying to put a bunch of extra counters on the board. Next up, for some of the more usual Cloudian cards, 2-0 Stratus. When it's normal summoned, place fog counters on this card equal to the number of Cloudians on the field. Then you can remove 2 fog counters to destroy 1 card on the field. Acid Cloud, which is just 0 Stratus but for spell and traps. And we play 1 Cloudian Altus. You can remove 3 counters from anywhere on the field to activate Altus' effect to make your opponent discard 1 card. So he's not as good in the version that I play, but it's good to have a hand to it every now and then. On to the spells. We play 3 Cloudian Aerosol. Aerosol's effect allows you to discard a Cloudian monster to target a monster on the field. Place fog counters on that target equal to its level. So if you have a Nimbus Man on the field, you can put an extra 5 counters on it, which automatically gives it 2,500 attack points. So it's really good if you're trying to push, or even if you just want to extend a little with your Cloudian Turbulence. Next up, I play 3 copies of Fog Control. Fog Control's effect allows you to tribute any monster to place fog counters, 3 fog counters, on any face-up monster. So that's great if you have Turbulence and Smoke Ball. When you normal summon Turbulence, activate his effect to summon a Smoke Ball. Fog Control away the Smoke Ball, place 3 more on Turbulence, and then you get 4 monsters on board for 1 normal summon and a spell. Next up, we play 2 copies of Cloudian Squall. This card, during each of your standby phases, place 1 fog counter on every monster. It's fairly simple. I mean, you're either going to use it to get your effects off for the little guys, or you're just going to boost up your Nimbus Man even more. Then, since most of them are fairies, we play 2 Sanctuary in the Sky. This card allows the controller of a fairy type monster to take no battle damage involving a fairy type. So effectively that plus any Cloudian monster means you cannot take damage, aside from Ghost Fog, who has his own damage protection. And then of course to go along with that we do play the 1 Terraforming just to search it out from the deck. Next we play 2 Foolish Burial Goods. The main target in this deck is your Cloudian Aerosol, because you can banish it along with another Cloudian monster from your grave to special 1 from deck. So that's a great way to get to Nimbus Man once again. Otherwise, Foolish Burial Goods is just deck thinning if you need it. Salvage is a great card to get back any of your Cloudian monsters, as they're all water with less than 1500 attack. Then for the 1-ofs, we play 1 Foolish Burial, whether it's sending a monster so you can summon your Storm Dragon easier, or so you can activate the Aerosol. It's just a good way to make those go a little faster. Reasoning, you do play a lot of levels in the deck, so it's rare that you'll be able to miss it. 1 Monster Reborn, extra monsters can never really hurt. And for the traps, pretty simple. 3 copies of Summon Limit. It's rare that you're going to be summoning more than twice a turn, unless you get that Turbulence combo off. So if you can't summon twice per turn, you should not let your opponent summon twice per turn. Finally, for the extra deck, I just play 3 copies of Mistar Boy. You can play any number of Link monsters here. You have a fair chance to spam them out pretty quickly. If you want to, you can probably play fun, level 1 stuff, for Cloudian Smoke Ball Turbo, whether it's Kajin Fuko, or I don't know, Baby Dragon. But I would just recommend generic links here. But, after all, that is the deck. Let me know what you all think, and any decks you want to see me make in the future. Until then, I will see you next time.